Revealed. New discovery. Antarctica is warm, and this mind-blowing evidence proves it. Admiral Byrd was right. He had a long television interview after his exploration in the Antarctica Operation High Jump mission, and he said there was livable land in the continent of Antarctica, as much as the United States, North America, and Europe combined. Antarctica has been a source of fascination for generations, but this mind-blowing footage, the new discovery, could change our perception of a barren land for good. Rory McKeown reports. This is an image of just one example of the areas that are livable. Antarctica is supposed to be a desert area with no rain, but scientists have recently recorded that it does rain in Antarctica, so we see various new discoveries. Now, archive footage is available showing 1947 Antarctica expedition pictures and movies from that time, from that expedition. It was vast, virtually uninhabited continent. Wasn't just snow and ice. An incredible clip proves that parts of this so-called coldest region of Earth are, in fact, warm. The Bunker Hills Range in Antarctica is a little-known oasis in an unforgiving sub-zero landscape. It was named after Commander David E. Bunker. He was the man who led a team of U.S. Navy explorers to the breathtaking discovery in 1949. The region boasts, quote-unquote, melt ponds and unfrozen lakes, as you can see in the image. And this is just one. There are so many of these, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Operation High Jump discovered parts of the unforgiving Antarctica as being warm and livable, as explained by Admiral Byrd in his TV interview. Bunker's discovery was part of Operation High Jump. It was a Navy task force established to train personnel in adverse conditions, finding possible base sites and carrying out climate research. The now little-known film The Secret Land, released in 1948, documented the exploration and captured the dramatic moment Bunker and his team found Antarctica most unlikely secret, the livable land. This is one image from that exploration. You can see beautiful lake and seashores, okay, and you have mountains. This is, of course, blurry. It was a color image from that exploration. The crew were on board a small aircraft when Bunker Hills suddenly appeared. Narrator Commander Robert Montgomery excitedly described the moments, telling the viewer, quote, "Rugged mountain ranges as far as the eye can see." Bunker leans forward in amazement. His eyes have caught a sudden and unbelievable change in the scenery. The universe so white has turned to a chocolate brown dotted with blue. The cameraman goes into action. 300 square miles of land without snow, land that might be in New Mexico or even Arizona. The image that we're watching here is from that exploration, from that discovery of new livable land. The region was part of a documentary called The Secret Land, released in 1948. Most of us, of course, have not seen those documentaries. 300 square miles of land without snow. Amazing. Land that might be New Mexico or Arizona. And we go on with their quotes. These pictures alone will prove Bunker has discovered a warm oasis in the shadow of the pole. It is for such supreme moments that these brave men, have endured these hardships of these explorations. The astounding, undreamed of fact is they are over a chain of warm water lakes whose shores, except for patches, are free of ice and snow. End quote. Coal and minerals of the utmost importance to civilization were discovered in this area, according to the film, while the water temperature of a 5-mile-long freshwater lake was recorded at 38 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 3 degrees Celsius. 3 degrees Celsius above freezing. The groundbreaking documentary was so impressive 7 decades ago that it received the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. Commander Bunker and his team had no idea they would come across the oasis. Conspiracy theorists have long claimed Antarctica is hiding secrets hidden by the powers that be. A theory emerged last year suggesting a massive civilization already exists beneath a mile of ice. One vlogger was stunned after spotting what appeared to be a giant staircase-like structure on the continent. Another conspiracy theorist surrounds belief that Nazi UFO bases are hidden beneath huge ice shelves in Antarctica. We also know that the Piri-Reis map shows that Antarctica at one point was free of ice, and it could be that that map was made from prior ancient maps where our ancestors thousands of years ago knew of that landmass being there, which we discovered just 100 years or so ago, exploring it, that it was free of ice. The discovery came after the curious profile visit to the region sparked wild claims about this area. Users on popular conspiracy theories suggested that huge steps were part of a pyramid structure, and we did find also that pyramids are in Antarctica, meaning that there were ancient peoples, other civilizations that built these structures. One so-called truther linked the strange phenomenon to tubes spotted on Mars, rumors swirling about little visited frozen regions claiming it's home to secret Nazi bases, ancient civilizations, or even underground alien race. And these rumors persisted for decades. An anonymous user posted the image on a forum explaining, "This morning in the work van, we were talking about conspiracies. One of them here were about so many big names going on in Antarctica out of the blue. They came, leaders from all over the world going to Antarctica out of the blue. We saw this happening last year." One said, "I was so bored I pulled out Google Earth for a while, just explored when I came across something that looked like a giant staircase." So there are a lot of mysteries that we still have, and they're still being covered up, of course. One of them is this huge area of livable land, a warm area in Antarctica, originally told to us by Admiral Byrd from his expedition there with Operation High Jump. One of the areas that is perfectly livable is the Schirmacher Oasis. It's 25-kilometer long, up to 3-kilometer wide, ice-free plateau with more than 100 freshwater lakes. It's situated in the Schirmacher Hills on the Princess Astrid Coast, Queen Maud Land in East Antarctica. It's on an average 100 meters above sea level, with an area of 34 square kilometers. Schirmacher Oasis ranks among the smallest Antarctica oases. There are many Antarctica oases, and is typically a polar desert. Geography of the oasis is located on the edge of the Antarctic ice sheet, approximately 100 meters elevation. It's a barrier to the northward running ice stream. The edge of the oasis are so-called epichelf lakes and bays, separated from the ocean, which are connected with the ocean underneath the surface of the ice. The climate in this Schirmacher Oasis is relatively mild for Antarctic conditions. The average temperature is about 14 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, and the winter is about -8 degrees Fahrenheit. The average wind speed is about 9.7 miles per second. The average precipitation is about 265 millimeters. So it does rain there. There are 350 hours of sunshine each month. Because of the positive radiation balance, the Schirmacher Oasis is regionally classified as a coastal climate zone. Flora and fauna. The rocky soil of this oasis allows growth only for a limited amount of undemanded plants like moss and lichens. Animals are also rare on the oasis because they don't have anything to eat, obviously. The exceptions are the Antarctic skua, the Antarctic petrel and the snow petrel, and Wilson's storm petrel. Occasionally, Adelie penguins can be seen on the oasis as well. It was the Germans that launched an expedition here in 1939 under the command of Captain Alfred Rischer to explore the uncharted area of the Antarctic. They surveyed an area between latitude 69 and 76 and longitudes 11 to 20, totaling about 600,000 square kilometers, and they called it New Schwabenland, or New Schwabia. The area was surveyed by two Dormer hydroplanes, Boreas and Passat, one piloted by Schirmacher, who on February 3, 1939 spotted both the oasis and the lakes at its center. Schirmacher named both after himself. So this is one of the smallest oases of Antarctica. There are a lot of things that they're obviously covering up, not telling anybody, and it is only selected people that are allowed and given permission and permits to go there, scientists and various people from worldwide governments. Very selected group of people. Obviously, they've been trained not to say too much about what they see. So I'll leave links below for you for this on the Daily Star and on Wikipedia.